What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Red Carpet. I am your host, Razia Adam. In this episode, we're going to take a look back at the crazy year of 2020 and the events that took place all year long. I know that we're all looking forward to 2021. Let's take a look. Now, we all know the coronavirus took up our entire year. So we're going to begin with some of 2020's big moments in entertainment, including how celebrities came together to reach those stuck at home during the lockdown, like myself, and I'm sure you, from putting on live shows to raffling special opportunities, all to raise awareness and funds for the global fight against the spread of coronavirus.
Mariah Carey, Billie Eilish, and Tim McGraw headlined a virtual benefit concert hosted by Elton John to raise money to help fight the spread of the coronavirus. Eilish later took part in another fundraising event to support healthcare workers responding to the global outbreak. Curated by pop star Lady Gaga, the telecast One World Together at Home was a joint effort with the group Global Citizen, which also featured Paul McCartney and Lizzo. From hiding to cooking to chocolate, actor Kevin Bacon joined other celebrities online, including supermodel Naomi Campbell and singer Jon Bon Jovi, to reveal to writers just how they were surviving quarantine.
You know, we love to cook, so we've been cooking a lot, and we like the challenge of trying to figure out what's lying around in the pantry and make something good from it.
I treat myself. I either have some cookies, gluten-free cookies, or I've got a whole stash of English chocolate, meaning flakes, caramels, Twixes, Galaxy bars, dairy milk chocolate. So that's my little treat at night.
Trying to hide from my wife and 4 kids. You're getting to know yourself pretty well. You catch up on all those things like cleaning your closet and reading a book.
Some artists released new music this year, which came mostly as a welcome surprise for fans during the months of lockdown. In February, Billie Eilish released her much-anticipated official theme song to the forthcoming James Bond film No Time to Die. Meanwhile, the new Bond film's female star, British actress Lashana Lynch, spoke out about the online backlash she received after it was reported she would assume the 007 title. In March, Lady Gaga released the dance track Stupid Love from her 6th album Chromatica, with a music video shot on an iPhone. She later released the upbeat single Rain on Me, collaborating with Ariana Grande for the first time. The dance track won Song of the Year at the 2020 MTV Video Music Awards. In July, Taylor Swift surprised fans with what she said was an unplanned new album. Folklore is her 8th studio album, and the standard edition includes 16 songs. Canadian rapper Drake teamed up with American rapper Lil Durk to release Laugh Now, Cry Later. One of the biggest issues in 2020 was racial inequality. Social media turned the color black on June 2nd as the music industry and stars, including Rihanna, Katy Perry, and others, showed their support for Blackout Tuesday. Leading record labels and others pledged to suspend business and work with communities to fight racial inequality after protests erupted in the United States following the death of George Floyd in May. And we can't forget how Prince Harry and wife Meghan Markle announced their plans to step back from their roles as senior members of Britain's royal family and work to become financially independent. The couple remained busy as Meghan narrated a film on the Disney Plus platform that follows the journey of a family of elephants across Africa.
So one of the most anticipated films this year was Beyonce's Black is King. I know that I definitely downloaded Disney Plus this year and I watched that movie. So Beyonce's film gained global fans and critics for its portrayal of African culture. In South Africa, where several scenes in the 85-minute feature were filmed, many say it's more than just a movie. VOA's Anita Powell reports from Johannesburg.
Unlike any other.
Black is King is a new visual album and musical film directed, executive produced, and written by American singer-songwriter Beyoncé. The film stands alongside her album The Lion King, The Gift. It was shot last year in the US, South and West Africa, and Europe, and features many African artists. The film, released in July, has been generally well received by audiences, but it does have its critics. Some say that Beyoncé, who was born in the U.S. city of Houston, in Texas, is guilty of cultural appropriation for using African imagery throughout the work without having any specific cultural roots to the continent. But in South Africa, those involved in the production were thrilled.
I'm really, really honored to have become part of the crew that put together this film. And on my side, I really, really like the film. I really love the film. It went into a lot of things that we haven't been told in our schools about Black history. And when like I saw the film, that's when I started to see that the stories and the attires and outfits that she was putting, and the whole scene really represented something deeper than what people were expecting.
While the film is not widely available on the continent, South Africa's largest cable provider made it available to premium subscribers. Beyoncé fan Nkosi Motsoane says African diaspora, including Black Americans, have the right to reference what some see as African culture.
Black women have always been on the lowest sort of like strata of social hierarchy. And to have them occupy these really key, critical, profoundly influential platforms is really it's heartening and it's encouraging.
On one thing, her African supporters agree. If Black is king, Beyoncé is the queen. Anita Powell, VOA News, Johannesburg.
So I would say 2020 was also the year of creativity. A lot of us had to come up with new ways to showcase what we usually do. Some made us dream with their movies, others made us dance and filled our hearts with music, others influenced our lives with their writings and designs. VOA correspondent Mariama Diallo reports on some of the people who passed away in 2020. Unfortunately, we have quite a long list, but let's see who impacted our lives.
Among the movie actors lost in 2020, Sean Connery, who died at 90. The charismatic Scottish movie legend shot to international stardom playing the first James Bond.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Chadwick Boseman, another superstar, also passed away. He was 43 and was best known for his title role in Black Panther. From the music world,
rock and roll is alive forever.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Little Richard and Bill Withers,
I remember
Grammy winners John Prine,
things I can't forget.
and Kenny Rogers. An actor-singer, Rogers preferred to be known as a country singer despite his crossover music success. Manu Dibango, who fused African rhythms with funk, died at 86. The Cameroon-born saxophonist was also known for his effervescent personality.
Le rire, comment dire, symphonique, j'allais dire, de
Manu Dibango's symphonic laughter. He wouldn't say a sentence without bursting out laughing. He was a man at his age of inalienable youth, unalterable, and always positive.
Toujours positif.
The sudden death of basketball legend Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter in a helicopter crash shocked the world in 2020, prompting an outpouring of grief. Another sudden loss felt around the world, Argentine soccer giant Diego Armando Maradona, who suffered a heart attack. 3 former presidents also died in 2020. Former presidents of Ghana, Jerry Rawlings, of Mali, Amadou Toumani Touré, and most recently, France's Valéry Giscard d'Estaing. Other public figures, U.S. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a legal and feminist icon, died at 87.
We must say, wake up, America, wake up! I'm going to continue to fight.
A pioneer of the civil rights movement, John Lewis, died in 2020 after serving more than 3 decades in the House of Representatives.
We have made some progress. We've come a distance, but we still have a distance to go. We still have roads to travel.
And George Floyd, a black man whose death in police custody
begging for his life.
sparked an uproar against racial injustice in the US and around the world, was among those the world lost this year. But 2020 will also be remembered for COVID-19, which caused hundreds of thousands of people to perish as the pandemic swept across the world, shattering economies and lives. As the year drew to a close, more than 68 million people were infected worldwide and more than 1.5 million died from the illness. Mariama Diallo, VOA News, Washington.
Now, for all you sports fans out there, I know that none of you guys really got to sit at the stadium this year and make as much noise as you wanted to. And it's all because of the terrible coronavirus. The pandemic caused havoc with the year's sporting calendar, with many events canceled or postponed across the globe. Let's take a look at how it changed sports this year.
One of the biggest stories of the year was the postponement of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. In March, International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach announced that the Games would be delayed until 2021.
In order to safeguard the health of the athletes and everybody involved in the Olympic Games, that we have to postpone the Olympic and Paralympic Games Tokyo 2020 to the year 2021 with the aim to have it there at the latest in summertime 21.
Both the Wimbledon tennis tournament and the Open Golf Championship, which were due to take place in Britain in 2020, were cancelled altogether, while other sports such as the NBA were shortened. Also in sports this year was a show of support for the Black Lives Matter movement. LeBron James and Lewis Hamilton took leading roles, along with US Open tennis champion Naomi Osaka, as taking a knee became a common sight before the start of play in many sports.
So we spoke about mental illness a couple times in a couple episodes, especially during our pandemic for this entire year. As a way to wrap up 2020, we're going to be on that topic, sort of. But Washington, D.C.'s Architect House, the first U.S. museum of digital and experimental art, transformed its space into a unique exhibition designed to help people combat COVID-19 anxiety. Maximum Moskalav has the story.
So here you can actually see your silhouette in the installation. You literally become a part of the art, but you're also controlling this wave of crystals that grows wherever you go.
Artec House in Washington creates interactive exhibits using digital technologies in art. Its latest exhibition is called Crystalline. This art space was created in partnership with a New Jersey-based color company called Pantone that annually presents a color of the year. The color chosen to represent 2020, a tough year that has included the coronavirus pandemic, is classic blue, reminiscent of the sky at dusk.
This has been a difficult year for all of us around the world for many reasons, and this color was chosen for its dependable qualities, its calming qualities, its inspiring qualities, the ability for this color to help us center ourselves and move forward with confidence.
Artec House also has installations in Miami and New York City. Each of the three features a color that represents either air, water, or earth. This one in Washington is dedicated to Earth. The center of the exposition is a large-scale installation that represents a world of change. Thanks to large projections and motion sensors, anyone can create their own visual effects here.
To be honest, this is my second time here. Last time I was here, it was a summertime, so it was more like floral kind of themed artwork here. But today, it's so relaxing. It's like the crystals, the blue theme and everything. It's very relaxing.
The exhibit organizers hope this coming yet inspiring installation helps visitors battle the pandemic-related anxiety and forget, if for a little bit, about the grim COVID-19 reality. Maxim Moskalkov for VOA News, Washington.
So guys, we are at the end of our show, and we are also done wrapping up that chaotic 2020 year. So now we're going to be talking about 2021 for the next following episodes. I'm so happy I was able to host this episode. My name is Razia Adam. I hope everybody had a happy new year. See you guys next time.